What is up, Envy Gang, and guys, I don't know what to say about this loss. This loss was just crazy. The Pelicans blew a 17-point lead. A 17-point lead. They blew it. Absolutely blew it. And this is getting, I don't know. This game, I thought the Pelicans were going to win. If you were watching the game, for the most part, the Pelicans were in the lead. They were getting whatever they wanted to do offensively, and my boy Lonzo went off. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 17 assists. You heard that right. A career high 17 assists. Lonzo was dishing out dimes everywhere, being a true floor general. I seen in this game they were passing the ball a lot more to Lonzo, and he was making Lonzo's basketball IQ is just off the charts. Like, for you to get that high in assists, you know where your guys' spots are, who's on the floor, and making the right play at the right time. This is the type of player that you want on a championship team, either in the first unit or the second unit, because they know their role and they do it at an exceptionally high level. But regardless of that, the Pelicans blew a 17-point lead. Tell me why it's the fourth quarter. It's like 3 minutes left in the game, and Stan Van Gundy finally puts Lonzo into the game. I'm like, the whole fourth quarter, I'm seeing the lead dwindle, and most of all the starters are back, except for Lonzo. I'm like, how come Lonzo hasn't played 9 minutes into the quarter of the last quarter? Like, Lonzo was playing amazing, and then you put him in 3 minutes later. I don't know about that. That to me turned me off. I didn't like that. I was like, so to me, I won't say this loss is on Stan Van Gundy, but that was definitely a coaching gaffe. Like, I didn't understand that. Why wouldn't you, at this point, Lonzo was playing amazing, and you put him into the fourth quarter so late? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. We also have to address another issue on this team, and this issue is Brandon Ingram trying to force shots in the fourth. It should be clear as day at this point that, listen, the go-to guy is Zion. This is Zion's team. Zion should be the first option, followed by Brandon Ingram as the second option, and then Lonzo as the third option, right? It's seeming to me that when we get into the fourth quarter, we get into these close games, Brandon Ingram goes into ISO mode, and hey, if I'm double teamed, triple teamed, I just have to take bad shots. Listen, Brandon Ingram is not clutch in the fourth. For whatever reason, he's not. I would rather have Zion, who can convert points at a higher percentage, than Brandon Ingram. Because Brandon Ingram is just going to take a long contested mid-range at the end of the day. Whereas Zion, at the very least, if he doesn't get the bucket, he'll get fouled. You know what I mean? So that's just something I noticed, and this is killing the team. Another thing too, we're a young team, so the turnovers at the last second with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, that's warranted. It's a young team. I don't want them to beat themselves up too much over that, but again, it's a young team. This is why this team is so weird, because it's like we can hang with any team in the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference. The problem is it's this young team and not being like, you need a stronger, more veteran presence or whatever, because Brandon Ingram's not that guy. Zion Williamson is too young. The core is just too young to find that, that veteran presence. Like that veteran presence probably should be maybe the best player or whatever the case is. But again, this was a very, very tough loss. In fact, I believe this is probably the toughest loss of the season, honestly. Maybe the past 2 years. This loss was because the game was in the bag. To lose by 1 point, literally seconds left on the clock, it hurts. It hurts. The turnovers hurt us. Unable to finish, unable to put teams away. It really hurt us. And it puts a dampen on Lonzo's 17 assists. Because if Lonzo can get 17 assists, well, if you got 17 assists, but your team loses, it dampens the feeling. Same thing with Brandon Ingram. I think when they played the Nets last year, he scored a career high at that time, 40 points or 40 something? But the team lost. So it dampens the accomplishment. For Lonzo, the 17 assists is impressive, and I'm calling it now. Lonzo will average, well, not average, but he will have a game where he's going to have 20 assists in his career. At least one game where he has 20 assists. Lonzo could have had 20 assists this game if he wasn't brought back so late into the fourth. Honestly, So again, tough loss. With this young core, I don't know. Luckily, there's a play-in tournament, because at this rate, it's looking meek for the Pelicans to make it into the 8th seed or into the playoffs so far. So we still have hope for the play-in tournament. But it's your boy For All to Envy. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Small YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe. Comment down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know. Envy gang. It's your boy For All to Envy. I'm out.